Hi guys, welcome back to Reading Euphoria. My name's Georgia and today I am going to be coming to you with my September TBR. So I'm probably the same as many of you guys in the fact that I don't know how the hell it is September. It literally feels like that we've had like 3 months of this year and I can't believe that it's going to be Christmas in what, like 3-4 months. Well, 3 months. So yeah, this is just a little bit mental. I also feel like as well, because I did have some time out of booktube and I missed a load of sort of monthly TBRs, it sort of is a little bit of a shock that I'm now filming my September TBR. But yeah, let's just stop me blabbing. I've got 6 books in this TBR to show you. I'm trying to be realistic with the amount of books that I'm going to read this month, especially with how much I am working, and then everything else obviously going on in my life with karate and England training and everything else. So yeah, let me just get on with this video and let me just show you the books I'm planning on reading. So the first book, which is one that I have started reading, is The Wrong Side of Right by Jen Marie Thorne. This is a book that I picked up at Youck. I've never read one of this author's books before, but I so far am thoroughly enjoying it. I'm really enjoying her writing and I'm really enjoying the plot as well. This book is based on the main character of Kate, whose mum passed away a year ago, and she now comes home from school to then discover that the senator who is running for president is her father. And she basically gets thrown into the whole campaign, going up and down the country with him. And that is sort of as far as that I've got at the moment. There is also Andy, who is the president's son, who is round about sort of Kate's age. And at this point they are starting to sort of talk and meet each other. But that is as far as that I've got. I don't really want to sort of carry on reading the blurb and to find out where this story is going to go, because I am thoroughly enjoying it. But I'll obviously give you my thoughts in sort of my monthly wrap up at the end of the month. But this one I'm about, I think, halfway through and I am really enjoying it so far. So if you haven't read this author before, I would recommend you pick up one of her books. I think that she has 3 books out. There was sort of a choice of all of them when I was at Youck. But this was the one that the plot intrigued me the most, hence the reason why I picked it up. So yeah, I would highly recommend going and picking up one of her books because it is a fantastic story. So I will obviously, like I said, give you more of my thoughts at the end of the month, but for now I am thoroughly enjoying this one. The next book that I want to read this month is A Question of Homes by Brittany Cavallero. This is the 4th book in the Charlotte Holmes series, and I have absolutely no idea what this one in particular is about. I believe that it is the last book in the series. I haven't loved the series so far. Books 1 and 3 were my favourite. 2 sort of, as I've said before in my past videos, was lacking a little bit for me, but I'm really hoping that number 4 is just as good as 1 and 3. It's quite a thin book. I think that it's a lot thinner than the other 3, so obviously not really as much story, but I'm hoping that it's just sort of jam-packed with action and mystery and everything that I love about this series. So I'm excited to get into this one and find out how the series ends. The next book is American Road Trip by Patrick Flores Scott. This book is based on the main character, I think his name's Teodoro, and his brother Manny comes back from Iraq with a bad case of PTSD, as obviously a lot of the soldiers do, and then his sister sort of hoodwinks the whole family, I believe, or maybe just the 2 brothers and her, into a road trip, I think to sort of try and help their brother out, and try and obviously sort of help him deal with his PTSD. So this book does tackle lots of issues like mental illness, etc. And I just think that it would be just such a nice story to sort of explore those issues that soldiers do have when they do come back from war, and also a family trying their best to help that person out, and obviously the struggle that they go through as well, seeing someone that they love so much struggling day to day. So I've had this book for a few months now. and I do really want to get around to it this month. I feel like that it will be a really good read. Next is We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. This book is sort of a little book which I am sort of looking forward to, that I think that I could tackle in a couple of days, especially when I'm working full time. This book is based on the main character of Marin, and her best friend Mabel comes to visit her. Prior to this, she sort of left town, left behind everything that she knew, but no one actually knows why, and it doesn't say in the plot or anything like that, so at first obviously we don't know why. Marin then comes to them visit her where she is now living, and she sort of wants to get to the bottom of what's happened. This book, I have heard a lot of people that they actually did really love. I've never read this author either, so I'm looking forward to sort of delving into her world and her mind and what she sees for these characters. But I am excited for this. I can't really tell you much more on the plot because I don't know myself, but I'm hoping that this one is sort of a light, quick read, but also sort of jam-packed, and I fall in love with it at the same time. I just want to get through it and find out what happens in the end, so I'm excited for this one. Next is The Saltkill Girls by Claire Legrand. This book is like a creepy thriller mystery, I believe. I don't actually really know anything on the plot, and I don't really want to know. I just want to sort of go into it without knowing anything. This book has obviously seen a lot of hype all over BookTube, and everyone has sort of picked it up, and I have been wanting to pick it up for ages. And then when I was in at Youch, someone then recommended it to me when I was sort of at their stand, and they said, you need to buy this, you need to read this. So that sort of confirmed my want to read this book, hence the reason why it's in my hand at the moment. So yeah, like I said, thriller, mystery, right up my street, because that is the genre that I love the most. So I'm very excited for this one, and just to see what happens, because I am, you know, so in the dark about it at the moment. And the last book that I'm planning on reading this month is Damsel by Eleanor K. Arnold. This book, I have it as a ARC. I know that it is out now, and it's obviously finished edition, but I thought, well, there's no point me buying a finished edition when I have the ARC and I haven't even read it yet, so I'm not even sure if I am going to like it. This book is sort of a take on a fairy tale, I believe. It's based on a prince who has to slay a dragon and rescue a damsel, and he's sort of upcoming to be king, I believe. I don't really know much more than that on the plot. I just know that it is a sort of a fairy tale book. It's that whole fantasy genre, which I am getting more into, and I am sort of thoroughly enjoying at the moment. Eleanor K. Arnold as well. I've never read any of her writing, so I'm very excited to sort of find out what she's all about. And also, this cover for this book is just absolutely gorgeous. So I mean, if you're not going to pick it up for anything else, just pick it up for the front cover. I mean, it's just amazing. So I am excited for this one. I feel like that it will be sort of quite a nice story, but I do have a feeling that there's sort of darkness in it. I don't think it's all just sort of a nice little fairy tale where a prince and a damsel fall in love. I do think that there is a lot of dark elements to it, which I am excited for as well. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes this month, and I've finally picked it up. I have had this on my shelf for about the last year. I got it at Youch last year, so yeah, I have had it about a year, or over a year now. Oops. So they are the 6 books that I'm planning on reading this month. If obviously I sort of somehow read so much more, I'm then planning on carrying on Anne Frank's diary. I'm sort of reading that in between some fiction as well, just because it is so hard-hitting and I don't want to get bogged down on the whole storyline, even though it is so interesting and so inspiring, and I am enjoying every single second of it. I just feel like that you need to sort of spread it out a little bit so you don't get so sad about what they had to go through. So yeah, I'll probably then finish that if I somehow get through all of these books this month. But let me know what you're planning on reading this month, and you know, maybe we'll be reading the same books and we can have a little bit of a chat about them. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next week. Thank you, bye.